Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to Sunday School Online. Really glad that you are back with us for another video of our Sunday School. But one thing we haven't done in a few weeks is to sing a song. So I found a new song that we're going to learn together and we're going to dance and have some fun. So I want you all to jump up on your feet. And even if you don't know the song enough to sing with us, try to dance along and have fun as we sing this new song together.
Come on. Are you ready, everybody? Here we go. Everybody get down low. You can go even lower. Here we go. Everybody jump up high. Come on. Jump up. I know you can jump even higher. Come on, let's shout as loud as we can shout. Woo! God is here right now. Yes, He's here without a doubt. Yeah, He is always with us through every up and down. He will never leave us. He'll always be around. He's the one we can trust. God will always be with us. God will always be with us. Yeah! Now you ready to spin around? Come on, everybody. Here we go. Everybody spin around. Yeah! I dare you to spin much faster. Now there you go. Everybody wave your hands. Come on, let me see your hands in the air. See who can wave the fastest. Come on, let's shout as loud as we can shout. God is here right now. Yes, He's here without a doubt. Yeah, He is always with us through every up and down. He will never leave us. He'll always be around. He's the one we can trust. God will always be with us. Yeah, He is always with us through every up and down. He will never leave us. He'll always be around. He's the one we can trust. God will always be with us. God will always be with us. God will always be with us.
Welcome back to Sunday School. We're excited to learn another story from the Bible today together. But before we do that, I have a little challenge. In a moment, a picture is going to come up on the screen, and I want you to figure out really quick what is the one thing about that picture that just doesn't work. It just doesn't fit. It's not meant to be like that. So I'm going to put a picture up, and as soon as you can, you shout out so the next person beside you or whoever's in the room can hear, and we'll see if you got it right. Okay, ready? First one. Do you see it? Of course, the rabbit is not supposed to be in the laundry basket. Silly rabbit. Right, next one. Really quick. Did you see it? Yes, the shoe. It's not meant to be in the dishwasher. Only dishes are meant to be there. It just doesn't fit. It doesn't work. What about this one? No, the bread is not meant to be in the fruit bowl. That won't last too long. It doesn't work. And the last one, let's see how quick you are at spotting this. You got it. Saucepan, not meant to be in the wardrobe. It just doesn't fit. Well, in today's story, Jesus teaches his disciples and the people listening to him about something that just doesn't work. It just isn't meant to be that way. And it's a story based on something we in Northern Ireland see all the time. If you're driving down the road or you're walking down the street, you'll see loads of these. And this is what we're talking about. Trees. trees. In the Bible, people, you and me, we are described in loads of different ways. The Bible says we're like sheep, and God is a good shepherd looking after his sheep. But another thing it says are we are like trees. We're like trees. I wonder what that means. Well, can you tell me what this tree is? What type of tree is it? It's big, it's got a big strong brown trunk and big green bushy leaves. Do you know what type of tree? No, it's hard to tell, isn't it? What if I give you a clue? What type of tree is it now? That's an apple tree. We know that that is an apple tree because there's apples in the tree. Let's see, what type of tree would it be if you saw? If you saw bananas, it would be a banana tree. Last one. What's that? That's an orange. If you saw the oranges, you would know that that is an orange tree. See, when I just showed you the tree, it was really hard to tell what type of tree it was. But when we saw the fruit, we knew what type of tree it was. And that's what our story says today. It tells us that just like we know what type of tree it is by what type of fruit comes out of the tree, we are people who are like trees. People know who we truly are, what's on the inside of us by the fruit that we produce. And it's not fruit like apples or bananas or oranges. No, the type of fruit that the Bible means when it says that we as people produce fruit, it means what we say and what we do, how we live our lives. So let's see what Jesus said to the people who were listening to him. He says this: a good tree cannot have bad fruit. A bad tree cannot have good fruit. For every tree is known by its own fruit. Men do not gather figs from thorns. They do not gather grapes from thistles. Good comes from a good man because of the riches he has in his heart. And sin comes from a sinful man because of the sin he has in his heart. So Jesus was saying that just like our pictures at the start just didn't fit, getting bad fruit from a good tree doesn't fit. It just doesn't work. If there's a good tree, it produces good fruit. When there's a bad tree, it produces bad fruit. And what he said after that was that what we have in our heart shows in the fruit in our lives. So if we have a heart filled with sin, we're going to produce bad fruit. But if we have a heart full of God, then we'll produce good fruit. And God tells us in the Bible that what some of the good fruit looks like. It looks like love, joy, peace, and loads more. But the greatest is love. Jesus said that this is how people know that we are his friends. He said, by this, everyone will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. He says that just like we know what type of tree it is by its fruit, people will know what type of people we are by our fruit. And if we ask God to forgive all the sin and the bad fruit in us, and he'll forgive us of that, and he'll give us the gift of himself, and he will help us to produce the good fruit. and the most important is love. He will help us to love one another, and He will help us to love people that are not easy to love. Some people are hard to love, but no matter what, we're to love them, and God will help us do that. So the next time you're walking down the road and you see a big tree, maybe it's got fruit in the tree, you remember that just like we know what type of tree it is by the fruit it produces, people know what's truly going on inside of us by the fruit we produce, by what we do and say. And the greatest of all fruit is love. So I hope you remember that, and I hope you have a great week, and we look forward to seeing you again very soon. We miss you all, and we can't wait to see you all in person at some stage soon. But until then, we look forward to reaching out on these Sunday School online. Have a great week.